A very good day to Dr. WAEIBRORHEEM, and my name is colleague E. My MATRIC number is 292276. The title of the research is a study on IOI Corporation Berhad in Malaysia, which will investigate about its performance and its determinants. The problem facing by IOI Corporation Berhad is the drop of their profitability, which they face a 35% drop in the net profit and 25.64% decline in the revenue in the fiscal year of 2023. By assessing its profitability, especially based on ROE and ROA, it will reflect the company growth and contraction. The hypothesis of the research is the higher the ROA, the higher the profitability in the sense of performance. The research objective is to determine the influence of internal factor towards IOI Corporation Berhad's performance. Second one is to determine the influence of external factor towards IOI Corporation Berhad's performance. And the third one is identify the influence of both combinations of internal and external factor towards IOI Corporation Berhad's performance. The research question is what is the correlation between internal factors and IOI Corporation's Berhad's performance. Second one is what is the correlation between external factors and IOI Corporation Berhad's performance. The last one is what is the correlation between both combination of internal and external factor and IOI Corporation Berhad's performance. Next, I will discuss about the literature review which is most related to the research, which is performance and credit risk. From performance, it goes by profitability, growth, market value, and stakeholder satisfaction. Maximizing profit and shareholder value is crucial with profitability indicator like ROA and ROE, which is essential for assessing corporate efficiency. The equation of ROA is net income divided by total asset, while the equation of ROE is net income divided by total equity. Next, credit risk is defined as the potential of contractual party failure arise when debtor delay payment, risking a company's financial stability and shareholder trust. Indicators include debt-to-income ratio and average collection period. The equation of average collection period is 365 divided by net sales, which is divided by account receivable. Debt-to-income ratio equal to total liability divided by net income. The next part is methodology. The sample that has been chosen is IOI Corporation Berhad, which the data was taken from 5 years annual report of the company from 2018 to 2022. Next, the statistical technique used was the ordinary least square regression. The data was then imported into IBM SPSS version 29 to run the data by using multiple linear regression to examine the relationship between dependent and independent variables. In data analysis, 3 models was used, which is Model 1, Model 2, and Model 3. Model 1 is to find the relationship between ROA and the internal factor. Model 2 is to examine the relationship between ROA and external factor. Model 3 is to examine the relationship between ROA and the internal factor and also the external factor. The table on the left shows the descriptive statistic of the data. The company's ROA at 12% suggests that the performance of IOI Corporation Berhad is not good enough, which the means is 0.1190 with the minor fluctuation in the revenue over 5 years. Next, IOI Corporation have a high debt-to-income ratio, which is 4.0052, and a significant profit volatility, which the standard deviation is 2.0923, that highlight financial instability. Therefore, lowering the debt is crucial to improve the company performance. The next table is correlation table, which it illustrates the relationship between the independent variables and dependent variables. The most significant independent variables that is correlated to ROA is ROE, debt-to-income ratio, and CG index. This is because the p-value is less than 0.10. Next, the not significant independent variables to ROA is inflation. This is because its p-value is greater than 0.10. The next table is model summary. When the data is run through internal factor with a R-square value of 0.126, the model 1 that includes operating margin, average collection period, and current ratio is able to explain only 30% of the variability of the dependent variables. Next, when the data is run through external factor with a R-square value of 0.469, the model 2 with interest rate, GDP growth rate, and industrial production rate is able to explain 47% of the variability of the dependent variables. Lastly, when the data is run through the combination of internal and external factor with a R-square value of 0.830, the model 3 with GDP growth rate and debt-to-income ratio is able to explain 83% of the variability of dependent variables. The diagram on the left is the coefficient table. When the data is run through the internal factor, the current ratio, average collection period, and operating margin have no influence on ROA, where the p-value are 0.947, 0.994, and 0.792 respectively, which is greater than 0.10. Next, when the data is run through external factor, the interest rate, GDP growth rate, and industrial production rate do not significantly affect ROA, where the p-value are 0.555, 0.818, and 0.872 respectively. Next, when the data is run through internal and external factor, the debt-to-income ratio's p-value of 0.089 indicate that it has a novelty impact on ROA because the p-value is less than 0.10. Hassan Jen Habib explained that the higher the debt, the lower the profitability. In conclusion, debt-to-income ratio plays a significant influence on IOI Corporation Berhad's performance after cross-examining between correlation table, model summary table, and coefficient table. This also can be proven that the ROA of the IOI Corporation Berhad is very low. There is some recommendation for IOI Corporation. Since IOI Corporation Berhad's performance issue is primarily linked to high debt-to-income ratio, risk posing credit risk, mitigating this risk through effective collaboration among departments, especially involving the Risk Management Committee, is crucial for sustained profitability and improved long-term performance of the company. That's all from my presentation. Thank you.